Ooh, buddy, we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live. Double checking that the audio was working. Do-do-do-do, shabba-ba-ba-ba-boo. Wa-da-da-da-da-doo, you're gonna hear me do this for a little bit till I make sure that I'm properly live. Ba-doom, boom, boom, ba-doom, biddy-doo. Where am I going? Where am I going? Here we go. Yep. Beer. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to me, Mate Brewski, for another craft beer advent double feature. Double brew day yet again, because well, not gonna lie to you. Took a bit of time off. I wasn't feeling too hot on Friday, which was the 8th, right? Yes, correct. And Saturday, Sunday, I was in Markham. Also, Sunday night, I don't like to have a drink on Sundays. What's going on? Beer for breakfast, facts for snacks. How you doing? Hope all is well with you. I was just saying why I was, a little not on the ball with these craft beer advents past little while. Just, up back in Markham, didn't have my computer on me, and then yesterday just didn't want to have a drink. I knew, I don't know, just didn't. So, hey, we're back here with a double feature. We're doing two beers from December 8th and December 9th of the craft beer advent calendar. And starting it off, we are going down to Hutton and Smith Brewery. They are out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And this is the Promenade, a New England IPA coming in at 6.8% alcohols by volume, which is weird because the website or the Instagram post says 6.8. The website does not say, but the can says 6.7. Are you really going to be, flipping out that it's 0.1% off? Not a chance. Yeah. So kind of cool looking can, I guess, Got that purpley with almost just like a regular signposting, and it looks like you have cave divers or ice climbers. I don't think there's really any ice in Tennessee, probably just rock climbers. That makes more sense. But the Canadian in me is thinking, oh, ice, when you see people climbing things with which looks like ice picks. So, forgive me. Anyway, no IBUs, nothing, 6.7% NEPA. Now, I'm a little worried about it because with this craft beer advent calendar, like I've said before, these beers are made in July/August. Then they're probably set on a shelf for, way too long. And that is way too warm. So a lot of the flavors, especially on these bigger IPAs, can get a little muddied. I'm just going to pour half or so because I have a second one to do, and then I'm just going to sip on the rest of these, for my own enjoyment. But looking at the beer itself, decent amount of haze. I can see some very fine to like large, small particulates in here. Nothing too crazy. It's not like sparkle chunks from Flying Monkeys. Nice golden color to it. Hasn't gone purple or oxidized color just yet, which is nice. Tight white head on top. Diving in on that nose. This is where it gets a little nervous. So typical for a slightly warm cellared, warm aged IPA. Decent tropical notes. I'm getting a bit of lemon, nice bit of orange as well. Some, I'd say overly ripe mangoes, and a bit of like oxidization. And then an IPA is almost like musty. So I'm not going to blame the beer for that. I'm going to blame the length of time it sat on a shelf, probably in a warm area. But doesn't smell too bad. So yeah, what I say, lemony, orangey, mango-y, a little bit of melon in there, almost like a hint of coconut. Could just be, my mind playing tricks on me, but that's what I'm getting. Smells like a New England IPA that's been, sitting on a shelf for a little too long. Anyway, cheers. Flavor is definitely, almost gone the way of the dodo bird because of the longer warmth life, but it's not too bad. Definitely more of the citrus notes, a little bit of the orange rind, and somewhat of like a lemony, juicy zestiness has stuck around. A little bit of that oxidization mustiness is kind of just right at the back of the palate, right at the end of the finish there. But tropical flavors, not really getting any. Like I said, kind of gone the way of the dodo bird. Yeah, really not much there. Maybe a slight honeydew character, kind of just lingering. I don't think that's supposed to be real highlight in here. Again, just what I'm getting, but the juicy tropical notes that you typically get from a New England IPA are sadly long gone. Excuse me. But not too bitter either. For New England IPA, they're generally not as bitter when you compare it to, say, a West Coast or a typical American Pale Ale. Some, I think, can get a bit more hoppy and bitter, but not this one. Nice body, nice mouthfeel, not overly heavy like some, over 6.5% NEPAs or New England IPAs can really get. Again, not super hazy, but finer particulates again with the age. Good effervescence on here. If I'm going to take a wild guess, I'm going to take a guess between 2.5 and 2.65 vols of CO2. That's my professional opinion. Does it matter? No, but it does just leave a nice little, poppy. What's a better word? That I don't know. It's just effervescent. It's carbonated. For being a little older, it goes down quite well. So Hutton Smith Brewing Company out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Promenade. My apologies. 6.7% ABV. Our bold, juicy, tropical, full-bodied New England-style IPA. A smooth, luscious treat showered with 4 different hop varieties. Very nice indeed. I wish I had it fresh. That is my only complaint, but I'm not blaming Hutton and Smith. 12-ounce can, 6.7% ABV, IPA. Please recycle. Surgeon General warning on the side there. And then on the bottom, we have a package on date of August 23rd, 2023 at 11:43 a.m. So yeah, like I said, from August, gonna be a little, messy with the, with, just chilling and wherever, but that's what you get. Website is huntandsmithbrewing.com. Links down below. You go to the beer section, which is under the tap room/services tab, and they have a fair amount of brews. Some that are on tap. Oh, these are all on tap. These are all on tap as of now. Excuse me. Damn. Got a fair bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I don't know. Let's say fucking 20 beers. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But Promenade NEPA. Promenade's juicy tropical and is a full mouthfeel with a medium bitterness, a hazy treat wrapped up by a smooth finish that will keep your mouth watering for more. Not too much other information about that, just a very short, sweet, nice description. No IBUs, no ABVs listed on here, but they do have quite a bit of, quite a bit of a variety that's on tap, which is pretty cool. A couple IPAs, blondes, NEPAs, vanilla stout, and Rocktoberfest, and then some, looks like they have a wee heavy, and the Cruxmas, which seems to be a holiday beer, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 or 4 varieties of that. So very cool. Solid stuff. First time having Hutton and Smith. If I ever find myself in Tennessee, Chattanooga specifically, should go hit them up. Seems like a pretty good spot. Overall, you know what? I'm not super disappointed in this one. Again, a lot of those tropical flavors have, like I said, kind of just left the party. They've left chat. Um, but good color on it. Nice head retention. Little bit of lacing on the glass, which is kind of nice as well. Goes down pretty damn well. I like how the more of the citrusy notes have kind of hung around here. Overall, again, I'd like it to be fresh, or get a fresher version of it. But for 6.7%, I mean, damn, it's gonna get you if you're not careful. Hutton and Smith, I want to give it a score, but it's not really going to be super accurate for the beer. If it was fresh, it's not their fault. I'm going to give it still like a 6.8, but if it was fresh, probably bump that up to a little over an 8. That's just my guess, because I am a sucker for New England IPAs, and I think a lot of you guys are as well. But anyway, I'm going to go throw this back in the fridge and grab the next beer. So bear with me, please. Thank you. Alrighty. And I am back with the beer for December 9th. And this one, I think we're going back across the pond. I think we're going a little south too, because if I'm not mistaken, White Pony and their Altruism, which is a golden ale, Belgian golden ale, is made in Italy. Yes. Kind of. The brewery, White Pony Microbrewery, is in, now I'm going to totally butcher this, Piove di Sacco, Italy. But this beer is brewed and bottled at Etropius Brewery in Menine, Belgium. So a little bit of a contract brew going out. Kind of cool. I mean, it is a golden Belgian ale, so it makes sense that the Belgians are brewing it on behalf of the Italians. But the one thing I do have to say about European beers, and sometimes even Belgians and whatnot, is that their beer can is slightly smaller. Here in the Western world, the New World, we do 355s at the smallest point for cans of beer. Here it's only 330 mils. Do I feel like I'm getting shafted? Yes. Am I really that upset about 25 milliliters? Of course. It's a whole other ounce, almost. Anyway, Altruism Golden Belgian Ale is coming in at 6.5% alcohols by volume. No listed IBUs from anywhere that I see. Nope. And that's totally fine. Not a huge fan of the artwork on here. The font does not match the logo, and it just looks kind of cheap. Anyway, let's crack this bad boy open. 6.5% Belgian blonde. I'm scared. Will it go on me? I don't think so. I do not think so. But I was right when I said this can was fairly full. Let's see, we got our glass. We got the beer. I'm going to do a nice little half pour as well. Man of a half pour there. Look at that. Ain't that a beautiful thing? There's something on the glass. What the hell is that? Dirt. I don't know. Anyway, looking at the beer, it is golden for sure. I can see right through it. You guys can almost see right through it as well. There is a ever so slightly bit of haze to it. So I don't think the filtration was, I don't think it went through a very rigorous filtration regime, which is totally fine by me. White head on top as well. Bigger bubbles compared to Promenade, but totally different style of beer. Looking fantastic, though. Beautiful golden. Again, like this, it's not blonde. It's golden. It's golden ale. Let's dive in on the nose. Very, very similar to that other blonde, Belgian blonde that we did a few days ago. Was it last week? Yeah, the golden blonde Belgian ale from, where was that from? From Echoes Brewing. Very similar notes. That being white pear, white grape, and pear. A little bit of coriander, almost a little bit of like juicy fruit, yellow pack gum. Not really getting any peppery notes. A little bit of melon though, kind of like cantaloupe or honeydew. More like cantaloupe, right? Cantaloupe's the orange one. Cantaloupe's the orange one. I can't think cantaloupe's killing people at the moment. Not good. But this won't. This won't kill you. Yeah. White grape, pear, little hints of cantaloupe, and maybe slight bit of bubble gum and coriander, depending on how your nose smells the beers. Now that's just kind of what I'm getting. Smells fantastic. Let's dive in. On the sip, drier, bitter, not as sweet compared to the golden ale from Echoes. That is interesting. I need another one. Cheers, everybody. Let's keep on drinking. Again, white grape, pear, no real coriander. I don't know why that's slipping my mind all the time. White pepper instead. White grape, pear, white pepper. A little bit of apples, not in the way of, maybe kind of a little bit of green apple. I don't know if that's, I think it was acetaldehyde or just some of the esters and flavors from the yeast, but it mixes in with the pear quite a bit. But that's kind of just what I've noticed. So white grape, pear, white pepper, a little bit of green apple, making it a bit drier of a brew. That's not bad. Not much heat. No real booziness to it. Again, it's only 6.5%. But sometimes Belgian beers, I know definitely on the higher end, they got a little bit of boozy heat to them. This one, not so much, but still quite delicious. Mouthfeel on here is light and refreshing. Maybe ever so slightly, not syrupy, but like just a little bit thicker than your typical beer. But I know Belgian beers can definitely, the higher ones, you know, your triples, your quads, and whatnot, can have almost like a syrupy-esque texture or heaviness to them or weightiness to them. This one has like a slight weightiness, but nothing too much. Carbonation on here, excuse me, it's definitely lighter on carbonation compared to the other one. And compared to most beers, not as heavily carbonated, but you know what? It really works for the beer itself. Looking on the can, Altruism Golden Ale from White Pony Brewing Company, or microbrewery, sorry, out of Italy, but this is brewed and bottled at Atropis Brewery in Belgium. I'm trying to see where do we read stuff? Ingredients: water, barley malt, wheat, sugar, hops, and yeast. The other side here, government warning for the state, 6.5% ABV, no listed IBUs. On the bottom, we have a date, which is LB06050623C. So I don't know what that means. Except the 2-3. I don't know where the 06, 05, 06. I don't get that because it's day month here. I don't know what the fuck they're doing there. But hey, who might have known? But this was packaged at about 13:38 hours on some day in this past year. So that's good to know. But I cannot deduce what that day code is. Anyway, not a bad beer. I kind of like that dryness and that little bit of green appleiness coming out of it, mixing with the pear and the white grape. Fantastic stuff. WhitePonyMicrobrewery.com is the website. Again, link down below. But you might have to Google this one outside of the website because while I'm on here, it's not under their flagship beers that I have seen. And it's not under the occasional brews, which is funny because there's a picture of it under the occasional brews on the website. When you hit occasional brews, I do not find it. I cannot find Altruism. I see a lot of other ones with some kind of cool names. Holy shit, what the fuck is this? Oh, what the fuck? I know Belgian beers have, some higher ABVs. And because, living in Canada, any beer produced with over 12% alcohols by volume is taxed as a spirit, not as a beer. I'm very shocked at some of these beers with their alcohol percentages. One of them called Molotov Imperial Barley Wine. I mean, barley wine's already boozy as shit. Molotov Imperial Barley Wine is coming in at 19.1% alcohol by volume. But that's not even the most boozy. Monolith, a quintuple Belgian ale, is 19.9%. That is a boozy beer. And their food pairing, funny enough, for Monolith is meditation. I quite like that. Get our beers from the web shop. Is it on their web shop? It is. I found Altruism with no. Oh, I got it here. Never mind. I got it. You go to the web shop. Actually, you will find Altruism with a description that is in Italian. So I threw it into Google Translate, and they say, blonde, amber-tinged beer in Belgian ale style. Notes of ripe spring fruit, field in bloom, esters and light spice from the yeast, merged with a floral and herbaceous memory from the hops. Again, this is Google Translate. It's not going to be perfect. Finishes slightly dry, definitely not the most eclectic and complex beer in the White Pony range, but a warm tribute to sharing and ancient monastic beers. Excellent with white ragu, fish, medium-aged cheeses. Okay, so you get a bit of a food pairing in there as well. Kind of cool. Again, that's coming across more broken English, translated from Italian. So, blame Google. Blame Google Translate for that. Anyway, pretty good. Pretty good. It's a little bit different from what I'm getting. I mean, I can get a little bit of the light spice, notes of ripe spring fruit. I don't know what spring fruit is. Probably just fruit, in the spring. So for me, I'm going with the grapes, pears, and a little bit of green apple. Merged with floral and herbaceous memory of hops. Not really for me, but maybe for you. Other info on the website, we have the style, which is a Belgian golden ale, 6.5% ABV. Description, a Belgian blonde-ish ale dedicated to the monastic beers brewed with values. Notes of ripe malts, yellow fruits, marmalade. You can kind of see the marmalade with the dryness. Flowery lands. That's a new one. Slight citrusy / herbal, dry finish. Color is blondish, and food pairing is white ragu, stewed fish, aperitif, medium seasoned cheeses, and perfect serving temp at 8 to 10 degrees Celsius. Mine is definitely not between 8 and 10. It's definitely a lot chillier because that's just how I like to enjoy my beers. So I'm gonna go against what the recommended serving temp is 99% of the time. I want to say I do, not because I want to be different or a badass. It's fridge temperature. I put my beers in the fridge, which is behind this wall, and then I drink them when they're cold. That's all I do. Either way, Altruism, White Pony, Golden Ale, Blondish, depending on where you're reading it from, the can or the website. Not bad. Not bad at all. Choosing the final sip. I'm going to rate this one. And I got to go. Leafs are playing Rangers tonight, I think. So I'm going to go hop on that. Yeah. Altruism, White Pony, solid beer. I really, really like the white grape and the pearness out of it. A little bit of white pepper for me, coriander in the nose, maybe a little bit of bubble gum depending on who you are. I kind of got a little bit of that yellow juicy fruit flavor and aroma. Overall, pretty good stuff. Gets a solid, 7.6 out of 10 for me. Happy with that. Very, very happy with that. Anyway, today is the 12th. Yes, today is the 12th. So we still have 3 more beers. The 10th, the 11th, and the 12th, and then the 13th by tomorrow. So I think tomorrow possibly going to dive into another 2, if not dive into 1. And then hopefully be caught up by Thursday. And then we should be good. I might miss the 16th. I think I have dinner plans and night plans there. So maybe, and then the 17th I don't drink. Not on a Sunday, not for me. So we'll figure it out. We'll get there. We'll finish off this craft beer advent calendar. We're almost halfway done. As of days go, we are halfway there. But I took a bit of a break. Sue me. Anyway, it's 7:02. I gotta go. You gotta go probably if you're watching the Leafs or another hockey game or doing whatever, picking your nose. Who cares? You do you. Anyway, thank you for watching Beers for Breakfast, Facts for Snacks. Thanks for stopping by, saying hey, what's going on? Like I said, hope you guys hope you and your family are doing well. Gearing up for the Christmas season. I know it's already here and it's going crazy. I got my tree set up just over here. I got multicolored lights that were already on the tree when I got it, because that's how I do. I don't know, and then I decorated on Sunday. So pretty proud about that. But yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for joining. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And with that said, as we always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers. Now, where's that end stream button? There it is. Go Leafs, go.